The Yorkshire Coastcast with Paddy. Loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places.
Hello and welcome to episode 73.
This is the call.
Coming up, Whitby Regatta is back, and for the first time in years, so is the Greasy Pole. Also, Filey Ball Race is happening soon, and a special Room on the Broom event is heading to Dalby Forest. That plus a new initiative is bringing the maritime industry together on the Yorkshire coast. All that to come and more on episode 73 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast with me, Paddy Billington, brought to you by This Is The Coast, the local commercial radio station for the Yorkshire coast. You can get this podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and also on our website, thisisthecoast.co.uk/podcasts. And also, you can ask your smart speaker to play the latest episode of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. And last but by no means least, you can get us on the This Is The Coast app in the menu as well. So we'll start with Whitby Regatta because that is such a huge weekend for Whitby, and it's happening again this weekend. Where does the time go? Of course, traditionally, at its heart, it's all about the rowing races. Teams from Whitby take on Scarborough, but there's so much more going on. Loads of events over 3 separate days. We've got Fair Day on Monday, the fireworks on Monday night as well. And back this year, after quite an absence, is the Greasy Pole. And this event, which is happening on Saturday lunchtime, is sponsored by Turvey's Tattoos, who are based in Whitby. Let's speak to Lindsay Close now from there. So it is back, the Greasy Pole. You must be very excited.
Yeah, really looking forward to it, actually. It's taken some organising this year and, to get it all up and running. But we've had a good group of people behind us, and they've all pulled together and managed to get it back hopefully on Saturday.
So how long has the Greasy Pole event been absent at Whitby Regatta?
Oh, goodness me. I think the last time was at 2009.
I'm not sure. It's been a good few years.
Yeah, it's been a good few years. I was trying to... I've had a picture somebody sent me through yesterday, which was 2005. But I'm not quite sure when the last year it actually ran.
Yeah, so it has been quite a while then. So just talk us through how it works then, because I have seen videos of these Greasy Pole events. Lots and lots of fun. You're more than likely going to end up in the water, aren't you? But just tell us how it works, because it's a big old pole, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, we're 37 feet long, and it's suspended out over the end of the pier. Covered in grease. And off you go, run across it and try and get the flag at the end. 99.9% of the time, I'm hoping people will end in the water.
Right, okay. What happens if you do get the flag? What's the prize?
Well, we've just got a trophy for the winner. And for the first 50 people who go on board, I've made some little, my dad's made some little wooden discs that say I've tried the Greasy Pole on, with little ribbons on and everything for people to put over the neck. So I'm hoping that they will go down quite well. But there isn't not a big prize. It's just a trophy at the end for the winner.
Yeah. And where do you get a 37-foot long pole from?
Yeah, it was donated through Mulgrave Estate for us.
Ah, right, okay. So it's basically a big tree trunk then?
Big tree, yeah, massive big tree that came as a tree, and they took all the branches and everything off, and then one day we managed to tow it behind a rowing boat all the way from Sands End down to Whitby Harbour, where it's been staying at the Marine, Coates Marine, for its duration while it's been getting all the bark taken off and whittled down into the Greasy Pole.
Yeah, because you don't really want bark there, do you? I'm just thinking if I was running along that Greasy Pole, I'm not getting very far. The chances are I'm just going to sort of collapse, and I might, you know what I mean? I might catch some of that pole on my way into the water, and I think the smoother the better, really.
Absolutely, we definitely don't want any chafing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Where does the grease? What is the grease that's used then? Where's that come from?
The lads who have been making it for us has, Mike Clarkson. He's the guy who's been doing it all for us and getting everything that we need in place. The grease that we're using, what was it called, Kev? Tallow. Tallow grease, I think it is. So it's fine for marine life and everything as well, so it's safe to go in the water.
Yep, lovely. So And this will be happening, we're thinking, around the high tide time on Saturday, yeah?
Yep, Saturday the 8th of August. High tide is 12:10. Now, there are some rowing races rowing before it. So we're kind of tallying in with them finishing. There's 4 races that will be rowed first from 9:30, and then that's going to follow on. So it might be just before, it might just be after. But we're opening registration for it around about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Great. So it's brilliant that this is back. I'm sure the crowds will be huge for it. And Whitby Regatta, for those that haven't been, just talk us through what type of weekend it is in Whitby, because it just feels like the place to be, doesn't it? People come from all over to be there for Regatta weekend.
Oh. Yeah, just absolute fabulous weekend. It's probably one of the best weekends of the year. Family, friends, loads of tourists, people all getting together. There's so much going on everywhere. The rowing, of course, is the main important thing between Scarborough and the Whitby clubs. And yacht races are going on. There's floats around. We've got bikes and car displays. Oh, there's just all sorts of stuff. Motorbikes on the beach. The fireworks, of course, on Monday night. It's just a fabulous weekend. It really is. So if anybody's welcome, everyone can go there. There's no entrance fee, but it would be great if people would put some donations towards it if they could. So it's just a fabulous weekend for everyone to get there.
Yeah. Final question: will either of you be giving it a go yourself, the Greasy Pole, just to at least make sure that everything's in working order?
Well, I was waiting for that question, Paddy. So Kev, unfortunately, is on the safety boat, so he's a definite out. I would love to give it a go, and there might be a surprise show at the end, maybe, but I'm not going to say for sure.
Surprise show? That sounds like you're getting the flag, then doing a somersault in the water.
Oh no, I meant just me, a show of me going on it.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
All right. Hope it goes really well. Thanks for telling us about it.
Thanks, Paddy.
All
Take
right.
care.
Lindsay from Turvey's Tattoos. You might have heard Kevin in the background there as well from Turvey's Tattoos. So loads going on during Whitby Regatta weekend. Yachting races, the rowing races, lots of free entertainment, the firework display as well, fair day on the Monday. Lots of people gather on the Sunday night to watch the trucks reversing down the Khyber Pass and getting into position on the pier. It is quite the thing, actually, quite the thing. There's also a spit and polish classic car rally as well happening across the weekend. And we've got more on that at thisisthecoast.co.uk in the Yorkshire Coast News section.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
Yep, this is the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast with me, Paddy, and next, Filey Ball Race is back. Now, this is happening on Wednesday of next week as we record the pod. That is Wednesday, the 12th of August, 7:30pm on Cargate Hill. And literally thousands of balls will be released by the bucket of a JCB down the hill, and they will win. These balls will win their owners money, but crucially raise lots and lots of money for Filey Lions, which in turn supports the local community. Let's speak to Mike Gibson from Filey Lions. This event has been going for quite a while now, hasn't it?
The ball race has probably been going just over 20 years, and effectively we put this year up to 4,000 balls into the bucket of a large digger, then send them down an assault course that we create at Cargate Hill in Filey, and the first 6 balls across the line win cash prizes.
So you say up to 4,000 balls. The amount of balls gets bigger every year, doesn't it?
It does. I think when the event started, there was about 1,000, 1,500. And last year we had 3,500. But before the event even started, we'd sold out. So we've put another 500 on to give everybody the opportunity to buy their tickets.
That's incredible, isn't it? So, I mean, you will sell them on the night if you can, if you've got any left. But obviously in the days before and the weeks before, you are here, there and everywhere selling those balls, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. I mean, today we're down at the Cobble Landing. On Friday, we're outside Hunters in Filey, same as Saturday. On Sunday, we'll be at Filey Food Festival. We've also got an online shop as well, so you can go to the Filey Lions page or on Facebook and log on to there and buy tickets online. So
how much do these tickets cost? What do you get for your money? Well, obviously you get a ball, but just tell us all the details.
Okay, so you can buy the tickets. They're £1 each. Each of the tickets is numbered, and each of those correspond to your ball number. As I say, I mean, to give you an idea, we started selling the tickets on Wednesday, and we've probably sold about 2,000 so far.
That's amazing, that. It's a lot of work, though, isn't it, for you? A lot of admin.
It's a lot of admin. There's 16 of us in Filey Lines, plus we've got friends of Lines that help us out. But it is a lot of fun. When people come down on the night, you'll see us down there. And we've added a little bit extra this year for the youngsters of Filey as well. In conjunction with the North Yorkshire North Yorkshire Literacy Trust, we're doing a book hunt around the Crescent Gardens and the Everon Gardens.
Oh, brilliant! That sounds great. So now it is an event, isn't it? Like you say, you've got the JCB dropping all of these balls from the massive bucket down Cargate Hill. So the crowds do like to come out and watch. And I can confirm I can come back and host stuff this year. Really looking forward to that. I was away last year, so looking forward to that. But just tell us about the actual event itself, because it is a real spectacle.
Oh, it is. I mean, if you can imagine 4,000 coloured balls streaming down a road. We actually tip the balls at 7:30, and as we said, it's on Wednesday the 12th. We try to get it done promptly, so everyone sort of gets there, they're on time. We would say get there for 6:30 latest, 6:45, because it does get busy. Cargate Hill is lined both sides, at the bottom and at the top. So, it's definitely a spectacular event in Filey and really good fun.
And, you can do the maths, can't you? You're going to raise thousands of pounds, aren't you? And just remind us where that money goes.
Right, well, all the money Filey Lines raise goes to local charities, local community groups in Filey and the surrounding areas. And every penny goes back into the community. So, last year we gave away circa £22,000 to local charity groups and community groups.
Yeah, that's amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to being there.
Look forward to seeing you, Paddy.
Yeah, last time someone presented me with a hat with balls stuck to it.
We've got a hat for you, Paddy. We have got a hat for you.
I was dropping a bit of a hint there, but let's just get down to it. I'd love a hat. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
If you go onto Facebook, you'll see some pictures with some people wearing it.
All right. Okay, brilliant. All right, looking forward to it, and well done again, and good luck with selling those remaining balls. All right, and obviously someone has to number them all too. Whose job is that to number every ball?
We have a week or so of sorting them all out into hundreds and then putting them into bags, because we only load sold balls into the bag, so every ball that's in that tipper has been sold.
Brilliant. Thanks so much for your time. Look forward to seeing you.
Thanks, Paddy. Bye.
Mike Gibson there from Filey Lines. Well, if you do see Filey Lines around the town in the next few days, do get yourself a ball or two and then come along and cheer on your ball. It's going to be hard to spot yours amongst the other 4,000, but all will be revealed shortly after the finish. We'll find out who's won the cash prizes, and of course it doesn't matter whether you win or not, because it's a huge fundraiser for Filey Lions. And I have actually looked at the picture of my hat, and there must be about 50 balls stuck to that, so looking forward to wearing that as I host the event on Wednesday evening at the top of Cargate Hill in Filey. It is always such a fun event. Really, really excited about that.
The Yorkshire Coastcast, loving life in Yorkshire. The people, the places. This is the coast.
We as a radio station do love getting out and about to local events, and this coming Friday, the 7th of August, we will be heading to Dalby Forest for the Room on the Broom event. Let's find out more now from Ben, the marketing manager at Dalby Forest. Tell us about this event.
So we'll be having a witch costume appearance day down at Dalby Forest. We'll be having multiple sessions there where families and kids can meet the witch from the Julia Donaldson stories, and so we're really excited to have people down for that one.
It is an iconic story, actually, isn't it? So many children and parents too are very, very familiar with that story, aren't they?
Absolutely. We have a great connection with the sort of Julia Donaldson team, and we have these trails every year that we bring to the forest. So they're themed around her books. Last year was Stickman. This year has been the Room on the Broom story. So it's great for kids to connect with the outdoors in the forest and their families, and have just a really nice day out, but also obviously enjoy the themes of the books. So these character days are sort of in addition to that.
Great activity as well for this sort of midpoint in the summer holidays too, for families. And it is just a one-off, isn't it? This special event.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a one-off, and we try and do these sort of every year with the different characters based on the trail we have that year. But you're right, it's something for the families to do sort of midway through the summer. And these events are free. You have to pay for parking, but the event itself is actually free. So a really good thing for families to enjoy at sort of low cost.
Yeah, that's great, because plenty of people will be coming to Dalby Forest anyway. So just as part of your parking, you're going to get this event thrown in as well for free, which is brilliant. So just talk us through, exactly where it's happening, where people need to go, and the sort of stuff that the kids can pick up, because there's the Room on the Broom trail pack, for example, isn't there?
Yeah, so it's a sort of drive into Dalby Forest. It'll be located near our visitor centre, hopefully with the weather being good. It's looking good, so hopefully it'll be outside the visitor centre on the lawn. We'll also be holding some storytelling sessions about the books that kids can take part in. There'll be some family crafts and activity sheets that kids can use. And also, like you say, the Room on the Broom trail, which is a bit further into the forest, but a really good excuse to get out into somewhere a bit more out of the way, a bit quieter, and just have some fun with the family in the trees.
I mean, it's a great way to bring that story to life, isn't it? It's not just, in the pages of a book, when you can actually experience it, and in the forest as well.
Absolutely. The trail, it's part about taking getting the magical ingredients from the book and helping Witch sort of solve that to make her potion. So it's a really nice interactive trail that kids can take part in and just enjoy the forest whilst doing so.
Yeah, and while there's loads of other stuff going on in the forest, isn't there? I mean, there's loads of places to go, whether it's, the Adderstone area or just the various trails, whether you're on foot or on bike or whatever, or even just driving through. It's such a great place, and we're so lucky to have it on our doorstep, aren't we?
Absolutely. I mean, there's something for everybody of all abilities. We've got the sort of mobility scooter hire, we've got the bike hire, we've got Go Ape, we've got some new play zones as well. We've got a new toddler play zone. So there's so much going on for so many different people, whether you're just doing a bit of bird watching or you want to take part in a run with friends. There's so much to do in Dalby Forest. It's a fantastic place to visit, really.
Super. So just give us the timings for Friday then.
So the first session is at 11 a.m. and then it'll be sort of every hour in the morning, and then it'll move across to 1:30 for the afternoon sessions, and again they're every hour, so 1:30, 2:30 and 3:30 p.m. And there will be storytelling sessions sort of dotted between then as well. So there'll be always something to do, and people can pop into the cafes and stuff for lunch, grab a Room on the Broom trail pack. There's loads to do. It's a full day out, I'd say. Yeah,
great. We're going to be there as well with our mascot dog, Rover Reporter, who loves getting out and about too. So hopefully he'll behave himself, and we'll all have a great time. Look forward to seeing you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Paddy. Really appreciate it.
Ben there on episode 73 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. If you're listening to this just in time, then you might be able to join us on Friday, the 7th of August.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. Loving life in Yorkshire.
Next on the pod with me, Paddy Billington, a new cluster is planned to unite North Yorkshire's maritime and renewable sector. This is ahead of some rather exciting opportunities for the Yorkshire coast. Let's speak to Richard Askham, project lead with North Yorkshire Maritime and Renewables Cluster. He's told me the reason behind this plan.
Some exciting news, yeah. So really it's to announce the formation of a brand new sector support group called North Yorkshire Maritime and Renewables. It's a cluster for the whole county, for any business or organisation or education establishment that recognises their connection to the maritime and renewables sector.
And what is so great about bringing everyone together for this?
I think like everything in life, there's not a lack of willingness. What there is a lack of cohesion. And I think with North Yorkshire being such a big county as it is, the idea that somebody in Ripon knows that somebody in Whitby's got something that could be beneficial to them is for the birds. So I think, and I've got some experience of this in previous projects, when you bring organisations together, the dots already exist. It just requires something and somebody to join them up. So we've been asked to form this cluster group to support that entire sector and hopefully introduce people to people that they maybe should have already met.
And, this is a good time, isn't it, on the Yorkshire coast, when you look at renewables and what's happening in the North Sea and what is the potential to happen still. The fact that we're between these two big ports at Teesside and Hull as well, why is this a great area to be involved in the maritime world, basically?
Well, timing is everything, as we know, and I've been involved in a similar project in the Humber for the last 3 years. And really that project is to bring forward the understanding and awareness of what those opportunities are to people that might not know that they exist. It's quite hard with offshore industries that you can't see them, so they're not there. You can't walk up and sort of see if they're there. So we did this in the Humber, predominantly based in Grimsby for the last 3 years, and I was invited up to come to North Yorkshire to do the same, on the basis that North Yorkshire's opportunity is about to begin. The Tees and the Humber that you mentioned there have been working in this sector for some time. The wind farms that were connected to those ports have been operational for some time. Dogger Bank, which is the big opportunity for the North Yorkshire coast, is about to come online. So really this is, we're starting on the B of bang as far as North Yorkshire is concerned.
How many groups are you going to get together here? How many businesses, how many would you like to get together here? How many are there out there?
Well, that's a very good question. Early research shows around about 500 businesses that would identify themselves as connected to those sectors in maritime and renewables. But as we know from our experience in the Humber, there's many more businesses that will sort of say, oh, well, I supply into that and I could do, so we expect that 500 should be of great interest to them from that perspective. And then hopefully as we go along, draw more people in and hopefully as well create new businesses as well. So it's about supporting existing businesses as well as hopefully encouraging new ones.
And do you think things have been fast enough in terms of taking the opportunities on the Yorkshire coast so far, the North Yorkshire coast? Is this going to be the catalyst to really grasp those opportunities? Well,
I hope so, and ultimately I don't think that opportunity has started yet. So we are literally on page one of book one. I know the offshore industry has been there in the North Sea for some time, but the opportunity as it relates to North Yorkshire hasn't been there yet. It's about to be, and rather interestingly, the companies that are involved in the ownership of Dogger Bank are equally as supportive of this cluster as anything, because we just need to join the dots, and it's something that we're not terribly good at as human beings. We're very capable and very willing, but we're not necessarily very communicative. So one of our jobs as an organisation is to bring all of those dots together. And if you get a bunch of people to push a car out of the mud, it's an awful lot easier if they line up behind it.
Yeah. And finally, ports are quite important to this, aren't they? Scarborough, Whitby. Do you feel that there needs to be improvement there to be able to achieve what you want to achieve?
I don't think improvement's the right word. I think it's just context. So we're in the boating industry on the East Coast. For many years that was fish. It's now energy. That's fine. You ask a skipper whether he can go to sea and earn £1, and he'll say, I'd like to do that, please. As I say, I come from Grimsby, so these problems are not new as far as I'm concerned. But I think the enthusiasm for harbour and maritime industry as a whole is prevalent along the North Yorkshire coast. So I think timing, as I said before, is everything, and this feels like a great time to get everybody lined up to basically help themselves.
And just actually finally, for those that don't know, what is that opportunity out there on Dogger Bank? What exactly is happening from now that is, such an opportunity? Well,
initially, obviously, it's servicing the wind farm. I mean, we're talking about people, we're talking about crew, we're talking about engineers. But as has been proven up and down the East Coast, that extends further and farther out into the supply chain. I come from a background in Grimsby where my family business was the drinks industry. We never saw ourselves as part of the fishing industry, but guess what? Most of our customers were fishermen. So the extension of a supply chain is as far as you want to take it, to the accommodation providers that need to have somewhere for these people to stay, all the way down to the fish and chip providers that need to feed those people. So those people, by the way, are hopefully going to be our young people over the years, because our main pillar here is education. We want the kids that are at school today that might be staring out the window wondering what's in it for them to recognise and understand that there's opportunities along the North Yorkshire coast. And if they choose to go away and travel and see the world, that's great, but they should always know that there's something to come back home to.
And that was Richard Askham. More on that story, by the way, at thisisthecoast.co.uk in the Yorkshire Coast News section. You're listening to episode 73 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast with me, Paddy. We mentioned that we're going to be in Dalby Forest on Friday, but on Saturday, the 8th of August, myself, the Coast Crew and our mascot dog Rover will be out again. We're enjoying a day of family fundraising fun. We're going to be at Caton View Care Home in Eastfield for their free Community Day. It's happening midday till 4. There's going to be tombola, food, face painting, and a performance by the amazing Scarborough Rollers skate team. Seen them before, they're great. You might even get signed up if you watch them, because they're brilliant. Anyway, it's going to be a brilliant community day, and all raising money for Brad's Pad, which is the new respite holiday home in Scarborough. So that's Saturday at Caton View Care Home.
Loving life in Yorkshire. This is the coast.
And don't forget, you can tune into the main radio station anytime you like. We're on DAB digital radio across much of Yorkshire and all of Lincolnshire, actually. Also online, anywhere in the world, thisisthecoast.co.uk. Just click Listen Live. You can also download the This Is The Coast app and listen to us wherever you are on your mobile phone, on your smartphone. Just search for This Is The Coast in the App Store, and you get your smart speaker to play This Is The Coast or launch This Is The Coast in the first instance. And we're also on Roku TV as well. And if you have a waiting room where you work at, I don't know, it might be a doctor's reception area. If you've got the Roku TV stick, or whatever they call it, you can actually get This Is The Coast on the screen. It'll flash across the latest local news stories on the screen, but also play out the radio station too. It's fantastic. Now, next, we have got some amazing half-price vouchers on sale still. You can enjoy the summer holidays for half price. We've got an upcoming event, which is the Pickering Country Fair, happening on Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd of August. You can experience all the countryside has to offer with a vast array of country sports, including scurry driving, falconry, gun dog scurries, heavy horses, that's on the Sunday only, and much more. Easily accessible at the Gold Trees Showground, the Pickering Country Fair will also feature a vintage vehicle area with lots of cars, commercials, fire engines and military vehicles, including tanks as well. And you can look around the trade stalls and fun fair and relax with a drink from the licensed bar. Now, usually a family of 5 is £40, but we can cut that in half to just £20. Also, we've got vouchers for the Yorkshire Traction Engine Rally in September at Scampston Hall. We've got half-price dining out vouchers for the Friendly Forester. We've got half-price driving lessons with Maverick Driving School. We've got half-price family tickets for a family of 5 for Eden Camp. There's just loads of offers on there. Just click vouchers at thisisthecoast.co.uk or click vouchers in the menu on the This Is The Coast app. Finally, I want to say a massive thank you to you for your support as me and Nikki do our 7 challenges for the Rainbow Centre. Since the last podcast, we've done challenge number 3, the small matter of 100 miles on foot, non-stop, in Scotland from Edinburgh Castle to Glamis Castle. And it was fantastic. It was quite the adventure. Extremely tiring, especially after the second night of not having any sleep. The weather, we had a bit of everything. In fact, we recorded this chat shortly after we crossed the finishing line. Bearing in mind, neither of us have had sleep for 2 days and 2 nights. We've just done 100 miles on foot.
Good morning.
I mean, it doesn't feel like morning, does it? We've had just burritos right now, which are delicious. We've just completed the Rat Race 100 ultramarathon from Edinburgh Castle to Glamis Castle, and the first sight we got of that, we'd never seen it before, was running down what turned out to be a very long approach road to try and make sure we
gave an entrance,
yes,
which wouldn't be too bad. Okay, so we've done the ultra, and we're coming down the entrance. But the part you missed out is that we haven't stopped running since 8 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Yeah. Well, running, walking,
and
shuffling, hiking, lots of medical care too. So these ultramarathons, they happen all around the country, and the most we've done is 70 before. Yes, and I've got to say, Nikki, yeah, once again. I mean, this time I really wanted to help you with your bags.
Oh, yes, because last year with the ball, you were just broken.
I was so broken I couldn't even carry the bags.
You dropped your chips, you spilt your Coke, absolutely everything. Yeah. So, this year, and I had to carry all the bags, this year you said, I'm doing it. And I said, I'm not quite so sure. And you were like, no, definitely. And there was more bags this year. Last year there was 4 bags. This year there were 6.
Because there was more, feed stations, drop-off points where you could, get a bag and maybe change your trainers if you wanted to. But I just couldn't even get up to help you. I just couldn't. And I think I even fell asleep, actually, didn't I, on the grass. What's really funny is, out of all the places to lie down outside Glamis Castle...
You're in the water bottles.
I'm under the water bottles where the grass is soaked. What an idiot. Anyway.
You don't do very well on no sleep.
No. I mean, this is... I mean, I think I've stayed awake all night just a handful of times.
You've stayed awake for one night twice.
Right, one night twice.
Yes.
This time, stayed awake all day, all night, all day, and all the following night, and I'm still awake now.
You are, but obviously a lot of people won't know, you like a lot of daytime napping as well. So you've had no sleep at night, you've had no daytime naps, and you like pizzas and bacon sandwiches and lots of things like that, don't you? Nothing wrong with that. But you've had none of that either. You've been having fruit, soup.
Yeah.
Sandwiches.
And, they do talk about like how you can end up having hallucinations when you stay awake for a long period of time. And weirdly, this did happen to me last night, didn't it, in Dundee?
It did.
And I knew there was something weird going on, but I wasn't quite sure what.
Yeah. I mean, did we go to Dundee?
Well, we did, didn't we?
Well, you couldn't remember today.
No, yeah. Very, very strange.
You got very chatty and not quite sure who you were chatting with. It was.
I was talking to myself a lot, wasn't I? By all accounts.
And you were doing lots of maths work.
Yes, I was. I became quite obsessed with, how many miles it was to our next feed station and our pace and all that sort of stuff. So much so that I was looking at my watch so much and fiddling with my watch that the battery went.
Indeed, but I put it down to we've had a lot of sun.
Yeah, but it's also been freezing at times.
Yeah.
We've had an absolute torrential downpour too.
But it's all been worth it. And it's been worth it because we're doing it for the Rainbow Centre.
Rainbow Centre, yeah.
We've challenged ourselves with the ultimate challenge, something that we've never done, to try and put ourselves in a position where we can raise money and donate it to the Rainbow Centre.
And great to see some donations. Just had a log in now over the weekend, so thank you so much. That makes it all worth it. JustGiving.com/page/rainbow challenges. Yeah, what a couple of days and nights that was. And that's only challenge 3 of 7. So keep an ear out on what we're going to be doing next. How are we going to beat that? Hopefully we haven't peaked too soon. But thank you for the donations. Honestly, it really does mean the world. And it really does mean the world to the Rainbow Centre in Scarborough as well. Well, that's it for episode 73 of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast. We've got a special podcast next week all about this new initiative from Age UK to help get carers moving more. They spend so much time caring for other members of their family, and sometimes they forget to look after themselves. So it's a fantastic initiative with support from the Mayor of York and North Yorkshire, David Skaith. So we're going to be finding out all about that on the next episode of the Yorkshire Coastcast podcast.
The Yorkshire Coastcast. The people, the places.
And don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcast from. And also feel free to leave a positive review. That'd be nice.
The Yorkshire Coastcast.
Loving